Ever wondered if she's secretly into you? Watch for these 6 subtle phrases that scream attraction, even if she doesn't say it outright. These hints reveal her feelings without her even realizing it. Decode her words and take the guesswork out of romance. You're so different from other guys I've met. This is not just a compliment, it's a signal. When a woman says this, she's pointing out that something about you stands out. It could be your approach to life, your humor, or even the way you listen. She's noticed something unique about you, something she doesn't see in other men she's encountered. It's like her subconscious is trying to tell her this one's special. Think of it as her way of separating you from the crowd. What makes this so important is that women often use subtle ways to express what they're feeling. They might not come out and say, "I like you," but they'll highlight your qualities to show you're not just another guy. What should you do when you hear this? First, thank her, but don't overdo it. Confidence is key here. You want to acknowledge her words while showing her that you already know your value. Then ask her what she finds different. Her answer will give you deeper insight into what she admires about you, and it keeps the conversation flowing naturally. I don't usually do this, but with you. When you hear this phrase, pay attention. It means she's stepping out of her comfort zone for you, which is a huge deal. Women value their routines and boundaries, so when they break those norms, it's not accidental, it's intentional. Whether she's opening up about personal topics, going on an unplanned adventure, or trying something new with you, this phrase signals trust and attraction. She feels comfortable enough to explore the unfamiliar because of you. Your response here matters. Show appreciation for her effort and reflect it back. For example, if she's sharing something personal, reciprocate with your own story. Let her know that you notice her willingness to step out of her usual patterns and that you value the connection you're building. This mutual exchange deepens the bond and encourages her to open up even more. Who's that girl you were talking to? Jealousy. It's a subtle but clear indicator of attraction. When a woman asks about another girl in your life, even in a teasing or playful tone, she's revealing that she's paying close attention to your interactions. This question isn't just about curiosity. It's about her desire to understand where she stands with you. By asking, she's trying to gauge whether she has your full attention or if she's competing for it. What's your move here? Don't dismiss her question as unimportant, but don't dive into unnecessary explanations either. Keep things light and reassuring. You might say something like, "Oh, just a friend, nothing like what we've got going on here." This response tells her that she doesn't need to worry, while subtly reinforcing that your focus is on her. The key is to acknowledge her curiosity without making her feel insecure. You'd make a great boyfriend. At first glance, this might sound like an innocent compliment, but don't be fooled, it's a test. When a woman says this, she's testing the waters. She's imagining what it would be like to date you, and she's hoping you'll start thinking about it too. Whether she says it jokingly or with a hint of seriousness, this phrase plants the idea of a romantic connection in your mind. It's her way of hinting without making herself too vulnerable. How do you play this? Match her tone. If she says it jokingly, respond in kind but add a little playful intrigue. You could say, "Oh, so you've been thinking about that, huh?" If she's serious, take a moment to reflect and say something that shows you're considering the possibility. This keeps the door open for deeper conversations about your relationship potential. "You remind me of someone I used to like." This phrase is sneaky. When a woman says this, she's not just reminiscing about a past crush, she's indirectly telling you that you have qualities she's drawn to. It's her way of finding a connection between her feelings for you and something familiar she's experienced before. She's testing your reaction, gauging whether you might feel the same way about her. What should you do? Lean into the comparison, but steer it toward the present. You could say something like, "Hopefully I'm even better than that guy." This keeps the mood light while showing confidence in your unique appeal. It also shifts her focus from the past to the connection the two of you are building right now. "I don't know why, but I feel so comfortable around you." This is one of the most revealing phrases on the list. Comfort is a foundational element of attraction, and when a woman says she feels at ease around you, it's a major sign that she's developing feelings. This phrase indicates trust, safety, and emotional connection, three key components of any romantic relationship. She's opening up and letting you know that you make her feel valued and understood. When you hear this, take it as an opportunity to reinforce the connection. Let her know you feel the same way. Say something like, "I'm glad. I feel the same with you." Then build on that comfort by being genuinely present. Listen to her, ask thoughtful questions, and show her that her feelings are reciprocated. This simple phrase can be the foundation for a deeper relationship if you handle it well. The beauty of these 6 phrases lies in their subtlety. Women often express their interest in ways that feel safe and indirect, allowing them to test the waters without exposing themselves too much. These phrases might seem like casual comments, but they're loaded with meaning if you know how to interpret them. Recognizing them is your first step to understanding her feelings and building a stronger connection. Let's recap and dive even deeper into how these phrases can guide your approach. Each of these moments is an opening, a chance for you to show her that you're paying attention, that you're interested, and that you value what she's sharing. By responding thoughtfully and with intention, you can turn these seemingly small signals into meaningful progress in your relationship. Women notice the details, and your ability to pick up on her subtle hints will set you apart. Now, let's explore some practical strategies for responding to these phrases. What should you say? How should you act? And how can you use these moments to build attraction without coming on too strong? Stick around, there's more to uncover. When she says, "You're so different from other guys I've met," your response can either deepen her interest or leave her unsure. The goal is to affirm her observation without appearing overconfident or dismissive. A great follow-up could be, "I appreciate that. What do you think makes me different?" This invites her to share more about what she admires, giving you a clearer sense of what she values in you. Plus, it keeps the conversation focused on the positive aspects of your connection. For, "I don't usually do this, but with you," your role is to acknowledge her effort and make her feel that stepping out of her comfort zone was worth it. A warm, encouraging response like, "I'm really glad you did. I enjoy spending time with you too," shows her that you notice and appreciate her actions. This builds a sense of mutual respect and attraction. When it comes to "Who's that girl you were talking to?" it's important to navigate the situation with care. A reassuring but playful response can ease any tension while showing her that she doesn't need to worry about competition. At the same time, avoid dismissing her feelings or teasing her too much. It's a delicate balance. Your goal is to reinforce her confidence in your interest without over-explaining or making her feel insecure. For you'd make a great boyfriend, this is your chance to explore the idea of a relationship without diving in too quickly. Responding with something like, "You think so? That's a pretty high compliment," keeps things light but flirty. If the conversation progresses naturally, you can start exploring the idea of what a relationship between the two of you might look like. Reminding her of someone she used to like gives you the chance to highlight your unique qualities. While the comparison might initially feel like you're being put in a box, steer the conversation toward what sets you apart. A confident but humble response like, "Well, I hope I can leave an even better impression," subtly emphasizes that you're more than just a reminder of someone else. Finally, when she says, "I feel so comfortable around you," focus on deepening that connection. Comfort is one of the most powerful precursors to romantic feelings, and by reinforcing it, you create a space where she feels safe and valued. Use this opportunity to express genuine appreciation for her openness. For example, "That means a lot to me. It's not every day you meet someone you can just be yourself with." This encourages her to continue opening up and solidifies the emotional bond between you. In each of these scenarios, the key is balance. You want to acknowledge her hints without overwhelming her or appearing too eager. Confidence, attentiveness, and authenticity are your greatest assets. By understanding the deeper meaning behind her words and responding in a way that builds trust and attraction, you can turn these phrases into the foundation of something meaningful. Remember, attraction is a dance. It's about give and take, subtlety, and boldness. When you recognize these 6 phrases and respond with intention, You're not just decoding her feelings, you're showing her that you're the kind of man who understands her on a deeper level. And that's where real connections are formed.